Hey everyone, this is Nick with Draftbit. You are in the Introduction to Draftbit tutorial series. This is the second tutorial in our series, and today we're going to cover navigation. You can think about navigation as the switchboard that controls routing in your app. Navigation is what allows you to click on different parts of the app and go to other places within that app. When you start building in Draftbit, we set up a really primitive navigation stack for you, which simply consists of a route navigator and nothing else. As you add screens to your app, we will put those screens inside of your route navigator. All of your screens need to be inside of a navigator to make them interactable at all. But as your app grows, you're going to want to pay attention to how your navigation is set up, and that's what I'm going to show you how to do today. If you remember from the last lesson, we have three simple screens in our app. The first is a welcome splash screen. The second is a screen that allows us to create new posts for our Instagram clone app, which we're calling PicBit. And the third screen is a feed screen, which will show you a list of all the posts that were created in this app. So what I'm going to do is two main things in this tutorial. The first is we're going to make it so that when you start up this app, you start out on this welcome splash screen. And when you click the Let's Go button, it will navigate you to the feed screen. And the second thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a simple tab navigator with two tabs, one for the feed screen and one for the create new post screen. So let's set up the tab navigator first. With the route navigator selected, I'm going to add a new tab navigator inside of the route navigator. Let's add our feed screen and our new post screen inside of the tab navigator. And then we can configure the tab navigator with the two bottom tabs that we want to have. The first one is for the feed screen. Let's just call it feed, and let's give it an icon of home. And let's set the second tab to the new post screen. We'll call it add, and we'll give it an icon of plus. And if we did that right, you will see that when we go to one of the screens inside of the tab navigator, we've now got these two tabs. I can actually click between them to go in between the two screens. So now that we've got these two screens inside of the tab navigator, the final thing that we want to do is to instruct the app that when a user clicks on this Let's Go button, that we navigate to the feed screen. To do this, we actually need to pop back into design mode, click the button on our welcome splash screen, and attach an action to it. We're going to go into interactions more in depth in a future tutorial. However, for right now, all you need to know is that we're going to attach an on-press action, navigate, select the tab navigator as our route. And now when I click the button on the welcome screen, it takes me to the tab navigator, specifically the first tab in the tab navigator. And I can go back to the welcome screen and I can click around my app. So that's an introduction to navigation in Draftbit. In the next tutorial, I'm going to cover data. The data features in Draftbit allow you to connect your front end to an external back end, which transforms your app from a static front end into a dynamic mobile app. I will see you in that tutorial.